This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports Chaco. It's the night before the weigh-in, and we're here at the Fighter Hotel. We're not going to give the location away, but we're here with the Diva, Gary Cully. How are you, mate?
I'm good, pal. Yeah, I'm feeling fresh. Looking forward to weighing in tomorrow and getting to work on Saturday night.
You're actually, we were sort of talking off camera as well, you're actually looking very fresh as well. Normally you can see night before weigh-in people's face and stuff goes, but you look sort of full, sort of, nothing's been a strain, I guess, to you in any way. It's not like you've had to drastically cut any weight. You always seem to keep yourself in good shape between fights as well. Does that sort of play a good factor for you?
Yeah, I actually had to delay this interview a half an hour with you so I could go and eat my dinner, so that's how easy I've done this weight. But like you said, I keep myself in shape all year round. I kind of pride myself on being well conditioned all the time, so it's a hobby of mine, and it's what I enjoy doing. So my weight cut only kind of really started last week for this couple of pounds, and it's been stress free. It's never any stress for me, so it's handy on fight week.
You probably say you're the model sort of pro. You sort of, remember Eddie Hearn when the pandemic sort of kicked out and he was saying stay ready for fights and everything else. You always sort of stay around the weight. People always balloon up in weight. Probably Ricky Hatton was probably the worst. He had 12 pints and everything else, and after fights and things like that. And you keep around the weight, so it makes it easier. I guess none of your training camps can be lost in making weight.
I enjoy my food like anybody else, but I train extremely hard as well, and I train twice a day most days. So yeah, it's never a stress for me I don't spend 5 weeks of camp going and losing weight. I actually only looked at the scales for the first time probably 3 weeks ago. I just train, I feel good, I know my body well enough now to know what kind of weight I'm walking around at. I know how I feel when I'm sparring, how I feel when I'm training, that I'm sitting around the right weight. And I check it around 3 weeks out, put the weight around a week out, and I live a perfect lifestyle, I believe. So it's stress free, and I'm professional all year round.
And talking obviously on Saturday night, I know you've chased Eddie Hearn down since 2017. So the Burnett Saniakov card, I think it was October 2017. I think if I'm right. It's sort of the weeks have kicked on and we're getting very close. Do you feel like a kid at Christmas now? You're getting this big opportunity.
Yeah, I've struggled to sleep the last few nights just because I'm so excited. But I'm looking as it's getting closer. I kind of get nerves maybe about 2 weeks out, and then as we come into fight week and it gets closer and closer, I just be buzzing. I actually can't wait to get in there on Saturday night, get the weigh-in over with tomorrow, get full of food, get full of carbs, and get in there on Saturday night and put on a big show.
And it's that reality. I know people sometimes say, for the ideal goal you want is a matchroom contract. Do you sort of feel the pressure that you probably have to go on? I know you want to put on a masterclass performance with Vasquez, I know, but does it sort of add a bit of pressure to you to know that if Eddie's sitting there watching, he's going to need to see something probably spectacular for him to sign you up?
Not really. I believe after this fight I'm going to have a couple of options on the table. There's a couple of offers on the table. All going well Saturday night. I'm going to sit down and speak to a few different promoters, and like I said, I'll have options. I don't believe there's any pressure on it. I just have to go in and do what I do. Don't have to try overly hard to impress or to do anything out of the ordinary. It's just my style. I believe that the style that I bring on the night is exciting, and that's just me. So I just need to be myself and do what I do every day in the gym, and that's what excites people. So
I think I've seen probably most of your fights, other than probably the lockdown and everything else, because most of your fights have been in Belfast. Obviously, quite a lot of fans are obviously going to be from Belfast tomorrow night as well, so they'll become accustomed to you. You probably, the feel last year just passed, you obviously weren't able to get on. I think you were sort of looking at a fight at that stage as well. But obviously having that atmosphere of a lot of Belfast fight fans that can relate to you, even though you're from the south. Obviously Ireland's technically one, split in two, but fight fans don't see it that way sometimes, and they have that. Probably people will be starting to come in, probably because of you being on, so early on. So they'll be coming in to see you, and they'll stay to see the rest of the card. So, they have a lot of McConnell fans, probably, so to speak, or fight fans sort of in general, tuning in, are probably wanting to tune in and watch you for the first time. What would you say? Why should they come and watch you?
Yeah, well, I've had 10 fights in Belfast, like you said there, so it became kind of like a second home to me. And I believe I have a lot of fans in Belfast as well. Obviously, the Joe Fitzpatrick fight, it was kind of Belfast v Kildare, Dublin, and I believe I won a lot of them over that night as well. But I think on Saturday night, like you said there about being split and stuff, everybody who's there on Saturday night, if you're Irish, you're Irish, and we're all together on Saturday night. We're taking over Nottingham, we're taking over England, and that's the plan on Saturday night. As far as Saturday night goes, to anybody who hasn't seen me fight yet,
Where have they been?
yeah, hiding under a rock. But I've been putting on big performances on the last couple of MTK cards the last 2 or 3 years. But this is my night in the spotlight, and like I said to you in the previous question, to just do what I do and go out and enjoy myself. Soak all this atmosphere in. There's going to be a couple of thousand Irish there on Saturday night. Soak all that in, enjoy every moment of it, and just do what I do best. And I'm just looking forward to it and so excited to get in there.
Sort of training your mind for sort of where you want to be, because you obviously want to start chasing the big boys in the division down and for world titles, and it gives you that sort of buzz a wee bit more to know that, you know what, this could be, 12 months down the line, this could be you headlining the card somewhere, and you being able to experience that. So it's sort of you taking these wee bits in as you're learning as well, and getting ready for what's to come, because who knows what's around the corner.
100%, that's always been the plan. I believe I'll shine on a night like this. I believe I'm built for nights like this. That's why I've got into boxing from 5-6 years old, was to be involved in the big fights, the big lights. That's what first ever impressed me about boxing and made me join boxing, was seeing the big lights, the big nights, all the spotlight. And I'm looking forward to that. It's like I said, my first night in the spotlight on Saturday night. I have had a bit of people kind of know me in the boxing world from the big performances I've been putting on, but not the wider audience. And this is my first night on the big platform on Friday night, and I'm going to take it in my stride and I'm going to shine. The day I started out pro to my debut to now, look at the steps we've taken. We've got the Irish title, the WBO European, we're moving up the world rankings. I'm ranked number 10 with the WBA now, 8 with the WBO. Everything has been taken at the right time. This fight now with Miguel Vasquez on a massive Irish card in Nottingham. Perfect fight, perfect time. Everything is sweet. It's all just aligning perfectly for me right now. I believe everything happens for a reason. I was due to fight in November and was kept out with a hand injury. Was kind of telling myself then, I didn't even know if I would be able to fight again or when I'd be able to fight again, and just trying to tell myself everything happens for a reason, stick with it. I stayed in the gym, I worked on my strength, worked on my fitness, and we came out the other side of it. And then this came after Christmas, then being told I was fighting Miguel Vasquez first of all on February 11th in York Hall in a big fight. He's ranked 4 with the WBA, took that, and then all of a sudden I got moved to this. So I believe everything happens for a reason, and everything's aligning for me in perfect formula, and Saturday night is just meant to be for me.
What fight are you sort of looking to the most in Saturday night? Obviously, other than yourself, because you're going to, your plans to steal the show. You're obviously going to be well tuned in for mixed fight as well. But obviously, Thomas Carty and Keevan at Yarko, you've obviously shared Irish teams and stuff with as well. You probably not maybe get to see probably Thomas's, because he's on about 5:15. You'll be preparation. We see much of the card, or obviously after your fight will it just be mixed?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out and seeing the card. It's a special night for us all. Like, there was a stage in the high performance in Dublin where the 4 of us would have trained together, myself, Thomas, Keevan and Mick. So from that to now, the 4 of us who would have shared the ring in sparring or in training or whatever it may be, to coming over here now, seeing Mick was a little bit older than us at the time. He was leading the way in the amateurs, winning world titles in the amateurs, winning that Olympic bronze. We looked up to him then, and now we've all moved on, we've all transitioned into the professional game. Mick's here challenging for his first world title and still leading the way for us and inspiring us to go and do it. So it's a special night for us all. I won't get to catch Thomas, but I'm sure he'll do the business, and then I'm second up on the car for us. I'm going to do the business and looking forward to getting out and watching Keevan and Mick then do the business as well. So it's going to be a massive night for Irish boxing. and a special night for the four of us as well.
Definitely will be. But look, obviously, I know we said we keep it short and sweet because you've wait to make tomorrow. You probably have a full breakfast and everything else ready to eat in the morning as well. But obviously, thanks, particularly at a time when you're going to be making weight and everything else. Thanks for tuning in with us. And I'm sure, obviously, we'll catch up with you in the not too distant future when 12 and 0, is it? This is the 12th, 13th fight. 14th fight. We knew we'd get there somewhere, but 14-0, 8 knockouts. But Gary, listen, thanks very much for your time and all the very best for Saturday night.